This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Under the emergency authority granted to the mayor by City Code Section 78-132, I am today announcing a second proclamation of civil emergency. This stay-at-home order will take effect at 12:01 a.m. Thursday, March 26, 2020, and is set to expire in 30 days.
So Springfield locks down tonight. I don't think lockdown's the right term. It's going to be a huge change to the landscape and the surrounding counties. Only what the city has determined to be essential personnel are allowed to leave their home and go to work. My studio is not one of them. I've got to spend the rest of the day packing up what tools I can from my studio and moving them over to my house in order to keep this channel afloat. We all want to do our part in keeping our community safe, but let's not kid ourselves. For a lot of small businesses, 30 days without operation is a death sentence. Now, luckily for me, my business exists mainly online, so I don't really have too much to worry about. But a lot of my friends who are business owners in this community, they're in trouble.
It's completely turned upside down now. A complete 180. Life was good and business was booming. Now, all of our activities have been canceled. All transactions are of a negative nature. Everything is going out instead of coming in, and so there's a lot of uncertainty. Well, quite honestly, without the potential for disaster lending, it would be the end of the business. There's just too much to overcome, even in the next 9 months, even if we're down for 3. So hopefully some assistance will come through and everything will be okay. We'll be able to carry on. Besides myself, I've got 4 that work in the office. So there's a greater sense of responsibility. Not only do I have to worry about my family, but I'm worried about them and theirs as well. And so that's a little bit additional stress from the business ownership perspective that
I guess the hardest part about this whole process is we just don't have any hard facts and figures as to when it's all going to come to a conclusion. Things are starting to clear out. Places that are usually packed are either not as packed or completely empty. Definitely worried that over the next month, the only cars you're going to see will be in hospital parking lots, grocery stores, or sitting at dealerships that nobody visits. We'll get through this. The city's starting to poke its head out a little bit. Probably ramp up as the day goes on. I think it's sinking in for a lot of people that this thing is actually happening. I mean, what do you do if it's the last day you can be outside without a reason? This has been a tough week for all of us. Since today's the last day, apparently I have to be out and about in the city. I don't know, I guess I'm just driving around aimlessly. Sorry, this is kind of a melancholy video. I had something a lot happier and goofier that I was planning on releasing today. Haven't really been able to finish it because of everything that's going on, and honestly, I'm not feeling very happy and goofy today anyway. Okay, where do I even begin here? I don't envy these policymakers in any way, shape, or form. They are in a lose-lose situation. No matter what they do, some local business is going to get hit by these regulations and not know if they're going to recover. I didn't really understand this until I got older and started my own company. Like when I was younger, I always thought it was company versus employees. Like the company didn't understand that employees often live paycheck to paycheck, week to week, month to month. One of the things I'm learning since opening up my own studio and starting my own small business is that a lot of companies live paycheck to paycheck, week to week, and month to month too. I was talking the other day to the owner of the extermination company that we use in this studio. She was telling me with the number of employees that they have, coupled with the costs of equipment and materials, after they finish paying all the costs of doing business, at the end of the month, they only make like $1,000 bucks. So if you're told that your company has to take 30 days off, 30 days without income. How do you pay your rent? How do you pay your employees? How do you pay for your equipment? How do you pay for electricity, for water, all the stuff you gotta go through? It's just a big mess, and there are no real winners here. At the same time, you want to do what's in the best interest of the public health. Like, if there are massive systematic repercussions for the general public not staying at home, you might not have a customer base after it's all said and done. It's a roundabout way of saying that this month the videos on my channel weren't exactly what I wanted them to be, but I'm doing my best given the circumstances. I'm really confident that next month things are gonna turn around. It just stinks because it's like, okay, I finally have moved into the studio, I've set things up, I've gotten to a rhythm, and now I gotta shut it all down. I know I'm not the only one going through this. I know it sounds like I'm complaining. I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining. I'm gonna miss you over the next 30 days, Springfield. Hope we get together again soon. Everybody stay safe, take care of yourselves. Yeah. One good thing about today is that the sun has finally come out. The thing about the 30-day order is it could be longer. It could be shorter. It probably will be shorter, but it very well could be longer. It's gonna be a tough time in the next few days, weeks, maybe months. I'm a little scared, but I have faith that everything will be all right in the end. Special thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. If you want an online platform that lets you express yourself your way, you should build a website with Squarespace. You start by selecting from one of their many beautiful and customizable templates, and then they provide you the tools to shape it to your specific needs. If you're a musician or podcaster, their Audio Blocks feature makes sharing your tracks or telling your story easy. If you run multiple accounts across social media, simultaneous posting helps you get a single message across several platforms all at once. Run a business? They have an online storefront so you can set up shop in no time. Get started today by going to squarespace.com to start a free trial. When you're ready to launch, head over to squarespace.com/AustinMcConnell to save 10% on your first purchase of a website or domain.